Hello again. Let's continue with the main lesson for today, which is Pythagoras theorem. Okay, as we which we talked about just now. Okay, what is Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem is basically a special property of right-angled triangles. Okay, right-angled triangles are special. There are some special properties, and the first special property we're going to learn is called Pythagoras theorem. Okay, before you go on, you need to understand one term about right angle triangles, and this term is called hypotenuse. Okay, what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is basically the side of the triangle opposite of the right angle. Okay, so again, right angle is here. This is the right angle, 90 degrees. Okay, so the side that is opposite of the right angle is called the hypotenuse. Okay, so right angle is here. This is the hypotenuse. All right. If we scroll down and we look at, let's say, this triangle here. Okay, this is your worksheet. If you look at this triangle here, right angle is here. The hypotenuse will be this side. Okay, because your right angle is here, and then you want the side that is opposite the right angle. So opposite means in front of. Okay, opposite means in front of. So if the right angle is here, this is your hypotenuse. Okay, I know I'm repeating a lot, but you guys really need to be able to identify the hypotenuse correctly given any right angle triangle. Okay, so now let's move on. Okay, so now we go. You should already have done all these steps. Okay, you should be viewing these videos here now. Okay, so now we go back to the GeoGebra program. Okay, we've talked about this just now. So let's move on. Alright, actually for now we just need to follow the steps on the left here. Okay, so let's read. Step 1. Move the 3 blue dots around to form a triangle that has no right angles. Okay, so we need to form a non-right angle triangle, and we actually already have this here. So let's just use it. Okay. Remember the values here on the side are the corresponding lengths of the triangle right now. Alright. So now we have a triangle with length A is 12, length B is 10, length C is also 10. Okay, but the table here, it actually gives us the value of A square, B square, and C square as well. Okay, so since length A is currently 12, A square will be 12 square, which gives you 144. B is 10, so B square will be 10 square, which will give you 100. C square, 10 square also 100. Okay, so now we need to write down the values of A square, B square, and C square inside our worksheet. Okay, so let's go back to the worksheet for a while. Alright, so this is the first non-right angle triangle. Length of A we recorded as 12. Length of B we recorded as 10. C is also 10. A square will be 144, which is 12 square. B square is 10 square, which will give us 100. Okay, and then C square is also 10 square, which will give us another 100. Sorry. Okay, another 100. Okay, so we've done this for the first non-right angle triangle. We go back here. Repeat steps 1 and 2 for one more non-right angle triangle. Alright, so this is where you can be a bit more adventurous. Okay, remember I said that you can pull this whichever way you want and form whatever triangle you wish to. Okay, for example, okay, this is a non-right angle triangle. There is no right angles here, as you can see, because this is 72, 53.5, and 54.25. Alright, so non-right angle triangles, all the lengths are here. You can just copy down and put inside your worksheet. So please be a bit more adventurous and do whatever triangle you want. Okay, I can just pull this here. Okay, I can form any triangle that I wish to. Alright, so please do repeat step 1 and 2 and record down your values for another non-right angle triangle. It's supposed to have 2 sets of values. Alright, okay. Okay, so let's move on now. We've already done steps 1, 2, and 3, which have 2 sets of data for 2 different triangles. Okay, again, please don't just simply use the values that I have here. Okay, please go and explore and record down your own values for your own triangles. Alright, so now we move on to steps 4, 5, and 6. Now we need to move the blue dots around and form a triangle with one right angle. Okay, so now we need to form actually a right angle triangle, but take note, we need to let the hypotenuse be side C. This is important. Okay, hypotenuse, side C must be the hypotenuse. So let me show you. If I want to let side C be the hypotenuse, I need to let this one be the right angle. Okay, so here we have one simple example. Okay, I have a right angle triangle and side C is my hypotenuse. Okay, you can see that C is the hypotenuse here, and so we have fulfilled this requirement. So now we just need to write down the values of a square, b square, and c square. We need to copy down all these values again into the worksheet. Okay, so let's copy it down now. A, b, and c is 14, 10, and 17.42. Okay, so this is right angle triangle 1. 14, 10, 17.42. Okay, and then a square, b square, and c square is already calculated for you. A square is 196, 100, and 296. Okay, so this is our first set of data for the first right angle triangle. Again, you need to form another right angle triangle and record down a second set of data. Okay, so let me just go through with you again. Remember, side C must be the hypotenuse. So I just show you one simple way. You can just do this. Okay. And now we have another right angle triangle with side C as the hypotenuse. Okay. Alright. So please again, don't just take the values that I have here. Be adventurous and try out your own triangles and record down your own data. Okay, it'll be more fulfilling that way. Alright. Thank you.